What did you enjoy the most about doing a stage show?
Being able to perform, being able to show my craft to all these thousands of hairdressers.
What's something that you've done that no other hairdressers do?
Well, I have a dual personality. Most hairdressers, like you take Paul Mitchell. He was famous with the hairdressers, but not famous in the public. I've been famous, or not famous, I hate to use that word. I've exposed myself to both sides, where I've done Regis shows, Oprah shows, Lifestyles of Rich Famous, INLA, PM Magazine, reality shows over here. And then over here, I work for Clairol, KMS. So I'm probably the only hairdresser that has ever done this. Jose, all of them have been public. You know what I mean? Jose's done TV, Regis, Farrah, all these same shows, but never really taught hair to the hairdressers. I love teaching hairdressers, and I love going on television. So I created both worlds. I created this celebrity acting kind of world and this hairdresser performing world. So that's why I kind of wrote the book. How many people have done this stuff? So the door is open for all of you to experience everything. You ever want to act? Go take an acting class. You want to make motorcycles? Go make a motorcycle. Go take a course. You know, there's everything you want to do is out there. Don't scare yourself. People scare themselves out of doing things.
My impression of you after reading the book and not knowing you before was your life was very full, very free, and very fluid. I feel like you were just open and you would just go on new adventures and say yes a lot.
A lot. I say yes a lot. I still say yes a lot.
What is your life like today?
It's the same. I'm doing a new hair product line called Sheer Force. I wrote my book. I'm doing a show. I've done a bunch of interviews. Now I'm going to take the name Sheer Force, which I love, and do a hair product line. A green line, not a green line, but green products in the line. Shampoo, conditioners will be organic, biodegradable, green.
You know, there's so many things to take away from the book, but one of the things that I took away from it was to just stay inspired. You know, and that you can have anything you want and don't let life hold you back. I mean, these days people want things so fast. You've worked really hard for now 35 years we're celebrating, you know, your career. Yeah. And if there was one thing that you would want someone to take away from your book, what would it be? Don't be afraid. Go for your dream and have passion in what you do. That's what it would be. And you could do anything you want. It's definitely the life that you've led. Yeah, and still lead it. But if there was a legacy that Alan Edwards could leave on the hairdressing industry, what would it be? He was a great hairdresser. That's all. I was great at my craft. All the other stuff is frosting bullshit. But then I cut great hair. That's the legacy. My kids were to talk about it. My dad is a great hairdresser, and that's what they see in me. They don't really see the TV stuff, and that to them is kind of what they do. Is like when we cut hair together, and they see me create a haircut as well. You're still great. Very talented. Where do you go to get your education now? Everywhere. Everybody. Anybody. You know, I'll learn from anybody. Assistant goes on the floor, you know, she does something great, it's great, I'll learn from it. Where do you think the beauty industry is headed? I think the same direction it's always been headed. I think, you know, more exposure because of what you're doing and the internet and TV. You know, I think it's, you know, it's definitely changed. It's become very internet, computer, you know, savvy. And I mean, probably the one thing I don't like in the industry is, and we all sort of do it and have to do it, is when the booth rental thing came in, where hairdressers rent booths and pay very little money to the owner who has spent a fortune to develop the place and keep it going. I wish that never happened. How would you like to have seen it? Well, the way it was, we all pay the same. You work for me because either you like me, or you think you'll grow better with me, or you like my salon better, or you go to work over there because you have that, or you like that. Not because of the money. One final question for us. What do you think of a 24/7 beauty network? Oh, I think it's a great idea. I think people need to be educated. Public needs it, hairdressers need it. People need to know where to get a facelift, where to get your hair done, how to grind, what not to do, what to stay away from. I think it's a great idea. I think it's needed now. And we can find out more about you on alanedwards.com. Right. Sheer Force is available in all the bookstores. It's in Barnes & Noble. Great read. I mean, even if, you know, no matter what the story is, it's very engaging, very touching, very inspiring. And I had a lot of respect for you finishing the book and more so meeting you. I'm Alan Edwards, and I want my beauty TV. And thank you for joining me today as I sat down with Ellen Edwards. This is Michelle Sorro, and I was Behind the Beauty.